next item is the Federal Emergency Management Agency.
Yes, Madam President. Bill Johns, our Emergency Management Director, is here to make a presentation on the flooding that occurred in August of 2014.
Good evening, Madam President, Council. I wanted to give you a brief update on where we are with FEMA. The City of Southfield signed our FEMA exit forms January 30th. As effective January 30th, FEMA has closed the Joint Field Office, and they've moved all the operations to Chicago Region 5 and still processing. The City of Southfield officially is done. Throughout the whole region, this disaster, we had 73,000 people that applied throughout all three counties, and $151 million were allocated through the three counties. The City of Southfield, we have approved dollar amount, and this is not loans. This is the real dollar amounts that came to the City of Southfield, broken down into two categories. One was individual assistance, which goes to residents, and the other one was public assistance, which reimburses the city at a 75% rate. $1.7 million, $1.6 million went to residents, and that's real dollars. $142,000 came back to the City of Southfield. Well, it's coming back to the City of Southfield for the public assistance. That's in two categories. One was category B, which is the first 72 hours, and the next was the sustained actions for debris removal. We're going to get $142,000 coming back to the city. Because of this disaster, we have been allocated, the state of Michigan has been allocated $20 million for hazard mitigation. Because this council in 2013 adopted the Oakland County Hazard Mitigation Plan, we have a FEMA-approved hazard mitigation plan that makes us eligible to apply for that funding. So I think that we have a good chance. We're going to be putting in a notice of intent to put a project together. We're still working with the engineer and public works on what we can do to get some funds back from the hazard mitigation.
If I may add, we actually have HRC who's worked in in a number of other communities reviewing the 250-page application materials and working with engineering to see if we can find a way to provide additional relief to sections 24 and 25 on stormwater.
In this whole process, did we find out anything that needs to be corrected as far as stormwater handling? And I realize that
I would clearly, the number one thing that hurt us when people started lifting the storm covers, this area, the restrictors, catch basins with restrictors have been put in for a reason, that the street is designed to hold the water so it can move in a more steady. Once people started lifting the basins out, thinking that they were helping, they exacerbated the problem. And have we completed the tack welding, Lee, or?
No.
No.
Larry's back there.
Oh, Larry. And Larry, I didn't realize Larry was here, I'm sorry.
We replaced the covers, but we didn't weld them. We're going to tack weld all of them down. We never really thought anyone would pick them up with them under 2 foot of water, so we didn't weld them. So we will be doing that this spring.
Now you're talking about the ones in the curb line?
Yes. The ones that have just a couple holes in them to allow the water to go into the and tack it down.
Did we learn anything about the capacity of our sewers that we need to fix?
Well,
It was 7.5 inches of rain.
I was going to say.
That was it. I mean, they just couldn't hold it.
and for a day-to-day basis, the system works, but this was a once-in-a-300-year rain event.
I understand.
However, we know in this room that there's been a greater frequency of insurance claims that we care to see as a community, and we are pursuing alternative remedies to correct that. And that's where we're going with these hazardous mitigation dollars. Can we use a federal grant to pick up a part of that cost? And I'll caution everyone that, everyone thinks this is a city. The equivalent on this is a homeowner. If a separate system were built, and this is a combined system, the homeowner would still have a cost equivalent to what we have with our septic connection. They would still have to bear the private cost of doing this. So we're going to continue to look for the most cost-effective manner to buy additional storage. And I think, you know, frankly, that's where we're going with the FEMA grant.
Okay, just a curiosity, whatever happened to the Jeffrey Feiger lawsuit?
That, actually, the city was dismissed because that was a county interceptor that actually was that's what actually was the culprit in terms of the flooding of his office. But again, that case was dismissed against the county as well. Because, again, you have to be, the law's very clear on what you have to show, and the number one thing you have to show is that there was a defect in the system. And as in that case and as in this instance, there's no defect. When you get that level of water, no system, whether it's combined, not combined, no system is designed to handle that volume of water. And so they were not successful, but they certainly, we got out of that lawsuit fairly quickly.
Okay, well, if it was designed to carry that kind of water, it would have been a waste of money for 299 years out of the 300 years.
That's it, that's
Yeah.
exactly right. Nobody builds them for a 300-year storm event.
Okay. I'm all set.
Okay, thank you.